As I say, the next job is to do the bridge post holes. There's something I want to show you real quick. Dedication to this build. Now, you live in the UK, you're probably going to guess what I'm going to show you, but that's what I'm currently working in right now. Typical, I don't get much snow over winter, so yeah, great fun. Anyway, I'm going to show you something else now. I suppose we're just talking about the weather. Anyway, so what I have done here is I have drawn on the scale length for this neck, which is actually 25.5 inch, which I thought at first it was 24 3/4. Lucky I measured it. So what I've done here is I have put on where the posts need to go, and I've pushed down my drill bit so that I can actually get it in the right place. The other thing I did off camera, just to make sure, so I attached my machine heads and I run my strings all the way across, through into the bridge, kind of taped it down, just to kind of get a rough idea of where they were going to be, and that helped. So it's now time to get these bridge post holes drilled. Booyah! Okay, I'm happy. So I was almost stupid as well, and I almost tried to drill them straight through. Sorry about to hammer them back in. And I realised, no, Scott, you're painting this, and you don't want to repeat what happened last time. You had to paint a guitar, but still had the posts in. Story for a different day. time to reveal a little bit of information in regards of the wiring for this guitar. I got myself a Chrome EMG 85. There's a reason for this, but I just want to check. The reason why I put this on, I just want to make sure that when I adjust the springs, it's going to be right. Yeah, right. Now we just need to do a thing. One sec. Yes, this is the wrong way around, but I did something earlier. So. Thick. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. This has got a protective cover on it still, as you can tell there. So I'm going to take it off at some point. Just not yet. Yeah, I think I nearly forgot. to drill my air hole for me pickup wires. So let's just get that done real quick. Close. You know what? To say that I was going through that much, I will take the fact that I kind of got that wrong. Nah, you can see it there. Look. Nah, I'm hopefully you'll be able to see it. Yeah, there you go. I thought about it and I was gonna do something else, but then I remembered it's not gonna work. That for me is close enough because what I can do is I can chunk some of this out, and then it won't affect the cover. Just need to glue that bit back on. In the interest of fairness, I have done a little bit of routing off camera as to why that's out again. I needed to alter these cavities ever so slightly. I should have thought about it in advance, but heyo, things happen. So I've had to remove some material from the switch cavity, and I've had to wrap down on the main control cavity just a little bit, so that everything's going to fit. But I'll show you now exactly what I've done. Now, pre-warning, a little bit of a mess. Okay, so here we have the main control cavity. So I have gone down a little bit further. And the main reason for that is so that I can fit my output jack in. And let's just go up to the switch side. So you can see on here, on the switch side of things, I've removed a chunk of material here. Yeah, it looks a bit of a mess here and here, but again, this is the cavity, so you're not going to see it. And that was because where it was before, these would not fit. So as you can see now, that's going to go through perfectly, but I'm going to show you properly the layout of this stuff before I get on to actually doing this. Give me a second. So we're going to start with the switch side. So as you can see here, it's a rough layout, it's not going to be exact, but you kind of get the idea. So the switches are going to come through this little wall here, which is why I needed to reduce it. And then, because I'm using EMGs, I get to use their solderless, never say that right in one go, their solderless technology. So, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I will quickly explain. So, they have 3-pin connectors on the pickups, you have all these pin connectors on this. I will detail it a little bit more in the actual wiring, but there's pretty much no soldering involved. The only thing I've got to do is a switch. So, makes my life easier. Can't solder to save my life. Anywho, right, let's get to the main control cavity. So, luckily with this one I can kind of lay it on here. So I'm going to have volume roughly about there, tone about there. And this was why I had to do it off camera, because it was a lot of back and forth trying to figure it out. So, power bus. So this is what controls everything. It's going to go sideways on here. So having this here makes it easier to get into the switch wires than put them into the right terminals. And it also means, just past that, I can have my battery about there-ish, give or take. I have a unique way of holding this down, by the way, don't worry. And then for the output, we can go on the bottom corner, just there. So that was my main thing as well, because I had a lot of trouble on another build where I was struggling with the output jack. But luckily, grabbed my plate, double checked everything, made a dot. So we're going to start with the output jack, because that was the most difficult one last time. So, bear with me. Alright, so that is the output jack and the control hole done. Now, annoyingly, I do apologise. You didn't get to see me do the output jack. I could swear I pressed record, but I had a few moments where I was nearly stripping some screws, so most of that footage, to be fair, after drilling the hole, was just me looking for screws that I could wreck. Anyway, let's turn this guitar around and let's get the switches done, and then I can carry on with the rest. And there we have it. That worked really well. You can see how they are in the cavity. Now this may seem a waste of space for this much, for those two little things, but it is what it is. Anyway, talk to you in a sec. So I thought that adding the neck to this made it feel like a guitar. Now that we have all this, it feels even more like a guitar. So we have pickup cavities, we have bridge post holes, we have string through holes, which gotta say, really proud of for my very first attempt. Yes, fair enough, I've got this little bit of a mess here. But the template decided to go, no, it went down a little bit. And obviously, I've got this little divot here from when I was drilling through. The joys of hindsight, I thought ahead in regards of my switch, didn't think ahead in regards of that wire, but things happen. I mean, brutally honest, I was really close, and it's not like it's impossible to fix. I just have to notch this little bit out here, and then put this piece of, reattach this little bit here, and Done. Because the cover's going to hide that hole. I was going to plug it, but then I thought, no, because that's going to mess everything up when I want to go and wire it. Anyway, let's talk about that. But yeah, I'm really happy with these. Like, this is probably my favourite bit so far. I've never done string through holes, so that was really fun. And the nice thing is, even though they're a little bit messed up, as you can tell, they're perfectly straight through, which was the most important. And also getting these holes done, so we're going to have volume, tone, and then on this side you're going to have your single pole double throw switches. That's going to be for the neck pickup, that's going to be for the bridge pickup. So yeah, I'm really happy because this is something that I struggled with on my Great Guitar Build-Off, and I've definitely learned from that. But anyway, let's not talk about what I've done in the past, and let's not keep fanboying over my own guitar. We've got to think about what's next. Now, obviously we have these two particular bits here that look pretty nasty. But as you can see, there are some areas throughout the guitar that need a bit of filling, they need a bit of work. That is the beauty part about this guitar being spray painted. Filler exists and I can hide it. But aside from that, I do have a little bit more shaping to do. So I think I'm going to work on that now.